NFM Radio. NFM Radio. Emudaho.
Minua, see fire will burn you. I want NFM Radio. Fire will burn you. Mansa Musa on NFM Radio. With Mansa Musa.
And Monday to
Saturday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Fire will burn you. A beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, maybe Tuesday afternoon over there in the US of A, Tuesday evening in Ghana. As it is 1944. I'm not talking about the year. I'm talking about time. So it means it's 7:44 here in the UK. It is 6:44 in Ghana. The time is now. Now, though, what are we going to do? Is the showdown time. Showdown. I'm going to have a showdown with every fighter. I'll have a showdown with myself. So, and then Tuesday, the 29th of August. That Rebecca was August. Is it? Come on, August is it? Was it Augustus? So we have you. No, ultimate Brusa, na Obiana no crembie. It can't open the more. Ultimate Brusa was a crantier, grass cutter. The Chrome have front a friend, is it Badger or Badger? And the way you know. Badger no back cry crows otter and badger who mu kroba em so otter no mo pension pa akrante so de on pension we renti em fan say bahane be badger na akrante o akrante o nyini sa na ne sina tintin tia fa otumi bie na no ne sina ntumi bie na no alright em was o jimi o me kai pa amoku a uni amoku a tabia we jimi sa amoku a amoku a chese amoku kra ni bro fu mi refuse ono na say onya feelings say onya hard on amoku abema onya hard on na so onya oba we fenti o tumi fenti da ho eno na say emrewa no omo mu nye experience ukofo efom na say amoku ada wa fatu ne na pampa mu ana say the chance in baby na on the kofi akobo nkwan akakra mo edufi na amoku ano no asori we regaining ni kwasia consciousness no we regaining no we huriko. You see what I mean? Anyway, let me tell you something. Say from tonight, tell me the people sponsoring this program, the company, no, I will tell you, say Ghana for mo pe ejuma can say mo ye construction and I say any type of work, even BBT say medical assistance and I say care worker near the idea of Ghana nyina no sa anema no se bia oti UK ha na obusu afo mo ani afi na mo hia doctor bi akosra mo na se nurse bi ana obi oye breacher ana mason obi osidan builder obi oye plumber obi oye mechanic obi welder arc welding normal welding they say bibia sa yinya if you be crow a teacher or part time near that right. The story is that say nyina aye how no abafom especially more Europe, more UK especially. I know say America so be one other European country. Who say Chrome UK a Fred BB check a trader. Who say you were big companies some year construction near there. But still you will be a funny check a trader. A app be a say who coswa now we hear plumber, we hear carpenter, we hear your friend saying electrician. We hear anything we call check a plug, check a trader. They recommend you a professional somebody. They are open, they recommend you. The difference in is the recommendation is guaranteed, and the safety. Your safety is assured because a company no person be lose almost license in it. Make sure say obiano o check a trader ho o ko freno no be ye juma sebi on be turning out to be armed robber and a rapist and a bibido. They make sure say they check the background of these people. And so if someone is coming to work on your premises or your home, your farm, in your poultry farm, anything, your what do you call fish pond, anything I will be baba ye will fear no. Yes, ye nyabi ewo Ghana. Yes, ye will be ewo Ghana. Check a trader system no e be aba Ghana. And this app no call your friends say Google Play so be who ho. Na ya these people no more year up on a Ghana for who are trained in the UK and the US. Name how to go about these things. It is Ghana, no, they have also teamed up with the authorities. It is what we call ejumapa.com. Ejumapa. That is ADWUMAPA. Ejumapa.com. Everything was a one-stop solution for your services. You order any services anytime. And as our background checks now, you are breaching her. I'm robber be and I rapist be. And now, but that for insanity be a man and Bufiem be rough and as will be on ye good at what they claim to be. They are not professional at whatever they want to do. You want to so can go. So I check a trader type, no. Yes, you be. From ejumapa.com. Uko ejumapa.com. And later on, may the full details be bremo. And or say everyday life made easier. When life gets busy, you don't have to tackle it alone. Get time back for what you love without breaking the bank. Choose your tasker by review, skills, price schedule when it works for you as early as today. Chat, pay, tip, review all through one platform. ejumapa.com. And I make an early remind you, just like the check a trader here in the UK. We will talk about this a bit more from now going on. And also, my main comfort way man say, oh, London hard. Nana K delivery and removal services. Nana K, your man, what ding, we me no. Oh no, Obawe sister, on your man, ya fail obey JJ, my bofom, and Tissa Mansa Musa and say Mississippi back half near me, yana, half lit me, ya, Jaya, and another half of Sayaka crowd. No, wait there. Strong young men. Nana K, on Baba sister, on your removal and as a delivery, say, I say the coffin, your baby, baby, and I did brabibia, on Baba. Open Nana K, and also obey freight telephone 07534 715536. That's 07534715536. And Kratono a train made the Nina Babe Trasum the APM so. And then be about 9 or so minutes for my own rant. Yentie music a crack, na mimbe ranti, na yenko.
Sydney Discotheque, verano del 79, con la mejor música del mundo.
Oye. anoma koliwa. Anoma koliwa, 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 anoma koliwa. Anoma koliwa, 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 anoma koliwa. Anoma koliwa, 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 anoma koliwa.
Right, so just about 4 minutes to 8 o'clock now. My crossover call. The gentleman sitting in front of me is Dr. Joe Swajman tonight for his weekly, is it bi-weekly? Yeah, bi-weekly presentation here on NFM Radio. To remind you, now the election date for NDC UK Ireland chapter executive elections, now be confirmed that it will take place on October 7th. October 7th, I think apparently it's a Saturday. And so will be the whole competition is hotting up. And he's here to remind his compatriots, his comrades in arms with the NDC fraternity to look kindly upon him and consider his proposals, his policies and programs. Make sure that that day comes, they vote him into office with a whole lot of good program that he's got for his group here in the UK. So he is ready, and when I am ready, he will hear. But then, tonight, what I will say is that we got a lot to speak tomorrow. I will get that young fella who was accused of being part of the Canadian girls kidnapping. You remember? They call him Seydou Abubakar. He has agreed to speak to us live, Zoom tomorrow. So tomorrow, don't miss out. Meanwhile, tonight, what I want to say is that kudos to one Omahene of Goso, Ofesi Jin Mensa and Kufuado at the same time. This is what they call showdown. Telling Jin Mensa, hey, Mr. Sa proposal now will say and Crofonco register war district in Nunquano, Edio how be brave or how Omahene can or Bon Krobi din. Later, me bonny voice, bon Krobi din or say, Now will be the car, if so the car be see her, no one nantia. It is obi benya ni pabe 10 and now 20 no more music now for car the be ebe register. Let's just say sa ni pa krono mbe twama no. Se di pa cross bi onye papa enti we nyina no. Jimensa nwene ho na me no nka we nkanya asem edoso. Because be bia electoral commission ban say they make it easier. Very, very, very convenient for people. Enye Ghana. And I waka che kufuado say, hey, sa ni jen se munu munya yo. Nje no, pense munu bia. Enti your mahne e de na assemble begu. Be the best here for now. Na nyame ya adomo a ochina ye beto so like I said, a lot to be said, a lot to be spoken about. Let's hope God give us strength and everything so that we can carry on to that. Mansa Musa, the time for the program, the interview, presentation by Dr. Joe Ajma is now. And so, here we go.
As chairman for UK and Ireland chapter, oh you need papa, or Jenny on my new doctor. Doctor Joanne Negro, yeah, better man. I will vote for Doctor. Brother Stone, I want a takra, the man who you fair. A takra born in Saudi Arabia. Dr. Joe Ajimai, a no one I am. Born in Sakura, the man name we are fair. Sakura born in Saudi Arabia. Yatua baby, I may who knows what they are better about Papa. Dr. Joe Ajimai, or no one I am. Doctor Negro, yeah, better a man. Dr. Joe Negro, yeah, better a man.
Munyabutre, me say I will talk about that app. Check a trader here in the UK. No, yenya organization, Miss app on yes, you be Ghana. Where a trader, you want a trader, you go onto that app. So of course our app on the trade the beer and I say professional beer was our app on the be it carpenter, mason, electrician, plumber, be it obia, I mean everything. Obia or bona. When you be bona, a grave digger. Oh, we na more app on so. The advantage, and they say those people have been verified, they've been certified, police checks and everything. And and yes, so Coinsani be a Woodini be axe killer be, and also be or the chainsaw and be baby do what you will fear. Debbie. Upabio Kobun, we foam. Opa do omo be do nyina no sa system na ye wo UK hana ye friend no check a trader I am kind of kabum check a trader no yes ye de ejumapa.com ye be di hu komo Dr. Joe Sajama akwaba
Mansa Musa, thank you very much for having me this evening.
Yes, Mika Kwabano say thank you very much for having me because today is Tuesday, so we do it in English. I mean, the program is in English. Thursday, well, I won't tibro for Mecca. Well, I won't tibro for Thursday, no, anyway, so what's going on? Everything okay with the NDC fraternity? I can only see party in the park. Everybody is doing party in the park. What would you want to know?
Yeah, Mansa Musa, thank you once again, and let me say good evening to my cherished and wonderful listeners and the viewers, because people are watching on Facebook, YouTube, and what have you. Having said that, let me also say, and then re-echo all the my ritual that I've been doing all the time, to thank my campaign team that have taken me so far to where I am today. And this campaign team is led by Mr. Lawrence Agini, his deputy, Ms. Rita Mensa, campaign advisor, Mr. Dr. Tebi, and the media consultant, Mr. Kofi Adeni Bogawan, and the coordinator who has been coordinating the affairs of this campaign wonderfully is Mami Sewa. Say, I salute you tonight and good evening as well. And let me mention my brothers as well. And they are working very, very hard for the party and for myself. And the first person is Haji Akumapa. The second is Mr. Mike Abolo. The third is Mr. Frimpong, Obin Frimpong. And the last one, but very important, is Mr. Kwamena. Ato Kwamena. Yes, Mansa Musa, coming to what you just said, my campaign manager will come and give us the update today. He's out of the woods because he wasn't well, and thank God, he's very well, and he's back to his normal stuff. And I'm waiting for him to call, and he's going to give you the update. After the update, they will give you the current affairs, and then we go on to do the health session. And after the health session, then we take questions, and whoever has got any contribution. But before he comes in, I have to say good evening to my brother Kenny Edward as well. And Kenny said Honorable Akumpreko was going to be part of the first 5, and I think it might be a prophet. So I said good evening for your prophecy anyway. So we're waiting for Lawrence, and as soon as he comes in, then after his update, then we go on to have the program. Thank you.
National Democratic Congress NDC when no nyam form mani mema mo UK ni Ireland chapter no ya yetienie then as say beto aba eji chapter chairman fofo ya hwede chinene mum no koto on swear enyo nyam for Dr. Joe Ajimai, the restoration man. The father say e party no enim kan odi amonyesema kotile yie ne wetu ni hwesi wo performance no nkoso oni mu adwumade die e fa ne hotitiro na esine nan so nwumade bebre no de egu akwemu a obeye de amaye bi ni se o sigina ye esiko no dwumade bia be kire party office na odisika £3 empemenum na ato ase eye £5,000 or Santi Magwoni Mama Honsu £1,000 na ebe show mudwumade mu kena na esigina ye dodon so a be kire afoforo omo betro mudin abeka party ne ho de omo mbrakura o omo se beka omo e-card ententem so na atwe adom abeka ye ho eye bosume miense bia nso party mu mpanimfu a odi dwumade be show mu nse bia no obetu safro omo atena se na de ye de show mu nse do omo ebu ho aponta mako when the bebre na no be ya mayo onua se kwatre kwose be ma wontuma bisanidi ye nemnidi ni Dr. Joe Ajimai, the restoration man chapter chairman ana yentumano.
Right, welcome back. And now though, Dr. Joe Ajimai's campaign manager is ready to roll with us. Lawrence, good evening.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
You.
Mansa Musa, good evening to yourself and our beautiful, cherished listeners. And I say kudos to my able compatriots or comrades who stood in for me whilst I was in a way. Whilst saying that, let me take this opportunity to express my heartfelt appreciation to my candidate, Dr. Joe Ajimai, for his care and concern towards me whilst I was indisposed. Same goes to all the campaign members, especially Mami Sewa. I mean, she went to the extreme to help me, be who I am today. I mean, she was really there. I would say it's part of what we do as a team. And lastly, to yourself, Mansa Musa, I mean, the few times that you called to check up on me and, express worries over my health and everything, that goes a long way to tell me that as comrades, there's no way that we are going to leave anyone behind, irrespective of the diverse differences that we share, irrespective of, the challenges that, we tend to heap or hop over ourselves as friends and as brothers in arms. Coming back to the main issue, Mansa Musa, yes, I think you are highly aware that the election is getting close, or if not nearer. There isn't much to report to general membership as it stands now, because obviously 7th of October has been earmarked if all goes well and if nothing happens. So that is the presumptive date anyway. So there isn't much to say about that. But all that I can say aside that is that as comrades, we should remember that our fate lies in our own hands. We shouldn't allow anybody or any group of people, in quotes, the establishment or any individual who believes that he's so superior to the conscience of what this chapter or the party stands for. We shouldn't allow anybody or any group of people or an institution within the NDC to choose leadership or to pinpoint who should lead this chapter just because that it favors them or they prefer to have that person in charge. No, it is our fate, it is our destiny. We would have to forge ahead and say to ourselves that, you know what, we live in a diaspora. This is a family business. We need to look out for people with the right characters and traits. We need to look out for people who are honest. We need to look out for people who are firm. We need to look out for people who has got the NDC at heart and intend to take the activities and the work of the NDC as part of their lives. We have come a long way as revolutionaries, and I will remind people of this. Today, someone is saying that he is going to give a Kufuor a showdown. Mansa Musa, I can tell you that we have the likes of K.T. Hammonds, the like of Hawa Kumsins, the like of Abronye in our midst. And if we are not careful, Mansa Musa, if we are not careful as a group and we allow such characters and such people or some of these individuals to come close to the affairs of this particular chapter, Mansa Musa, I am sorry. I mean, 2024 is going to be, a situation where we need this chapter to be part of the struggle to, help the party win. Sorry, and this is where I believe that the person of Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman.
I'm coming, one second. The reference you've made that Abronye and those who come close to this chapter, I don't get it. Or it's just rhetorical?
Well, you can take it as it is. Obviously, Abronye can never be part of the NDC. But what I'm saying is that we have characters of his faith.
Oh, you mean characters like that?
Yeah. Growing in our party.
Yes.
I got it now. I was getting confused because these people are not in your party. So how will they come close? Anyway, I got it. Carry on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this is what I'm saying, that we are appealing to general membership that we should, look at these elections as the election that is going to make this chapter what it is, what we want it to be in reference to what the Ghana we all want to build. Let's vote out for Dr. Owusu Ajiman, a man of peace, a man who is firm, a man who is dedicated and committed to the cause, not only to the individual as an NDC member, but to the general cause of the NDC, which stands for probity, accountability, and transparency. We should look out for the programs that we've put across as a team. We are saying that our 12-point plan will save and make this chapter the beacon of the diaspora as it used to be. Mansa Musa, we should be looking at a man who is not hot-headed. We should be looking at someone whose temperament, can be tolerated, a man who accepts divergence, for the good of the group. I dissented with my branch, and as a result, as dishonest as some of these characters could be, I am deemed a non-entity of this chapter. But Mansa Musa, all that I'm trying to say is that this chapter will grow under Dr. Yao Owusu Ajiman to the betterment of the NDC as a whole. We shouldn't allow any group of people or any individual to influence the process in any way. So this is what I could report for now. We will come back and try and put our programs across as it stands now. We are encouraging every member to inform or to get ready. People should just psych themselves up that at the end of the day, there is going to be an election on the 7th. And lastly, before I go, Mansa Musa, as a result of the date coming out, there has been a lot of agitations about people wanting the chapter, or in fact the aspirants, especially the chairmanship aspirants, to engage in debates. In fact, as I speak to you, I have lost count of it. There are about more than 6. All that we are pleading is that let's stick with the guidelines, or let's stick with the interest of the party to the individual interest. To which what I mean is that we are going to make sure that whatever debate that we intend to engage in are going to inure to the benefit of the party and not to any individual. So I am pleading and encouraging all those people trying to organize one and calling and saying that, yes, are you ready for debate and stuff? We as a group intend to engage in every one of them, which will inure to the benefit of the NDC, but that will not be at anybody's whims. It's going to be a collective decision that the team, which I am the leader, in consultation with the candidates, are going to come up with. So, Mansa Musa, I humbly and politely will leave you to run the show. But once again, before I take leave, I say a very big thank you to yourself and to my candidate for being and showing up when I needed you guys the most. I mean, it was quite a bad news, but thankfully I'm up and running, and we shall fight this battle together. We shall rescue the NDC from this part of the world and help Ghana, the NDC in Ghana, rescue Ghana collectively as a group. Mansa Musa, thank you so very much. I shall come back.
NFM Radio.
Right, so that was the campaign chairman for Dr. Joe Swajiman, Mr. Lons Guinea. In fact, he thought I was checking on him to make sure he comes back alive. No, I was anticipating his quick go away, his quick send off, so that he didn't know that I had something behind my back. I was praying and looking for his quick departure, and he's back talking again. Oh dear. Anyway, infant say I grow better. Me here so what? Well, it be so. Right. Mutie Mansa Musa, that was a bit of banter, a bit of joke, a bit of refreshing. We kind got to sometimes chill out a bit, otherwise we become too bored with stress and everything. Anyway, Dr. Joe Uzajo, so yeah, I know what you've got, but I don't know what you've got. Take it away.
So thank you once again, and thank you to Lons. And before I say anything else, I think Lons, when he was talking, he said something about characters, and it's his choice of words. And I think he wanted to mean members, So if anyone is offended, I apologize on behalf of my campaign manager, because I've seen my phone flashing and flashing. So sometimes we say things and we are one family. So the word was supposed to be members and these characters. And Lons used to be a literature student, so character in the book, whatever. But sometimes people can read meaning into other things. So I apologize. And Mansa Musa, last Saturday, that was 26 August 2023, the MPP went for their special delegates conference. And during that, so many things happened. But anyone who knows MPP knows them that their motto is freedom in development, or development in freedom. Yeah. So development in freedom. So they develop in freedom, right? But they don't vote in freedom. They are saying they will develop
NFM
in freedom,
Radio.
but they don't vote in freedom. We all saw the videos where Honorable Kenneth Japon was using verbal threats to the president, Nana Akufo-Addo, and the vice president, and he was very, very upset about what was happening. And somebody will ask, somebody who hasn't watched the video, ask what actually happened. A lot of people are saying so many things, but what actually happened, per my own research, is the agent, I'm talking about the rep that was supposed to be the polling agent for Ken Akum Prekon, Honorable Kennedy, was Hajia Hemekan Said, and Hajia was forced to abandon her work, because people were putting pressure. And when we asked Hajia why, Hajia said as soon as she entered the room that was supposed to be where we're having the polling booth, they set up the place in such a way that when you vote, people looking ahead can see who you are voting for. And then that was very intimidating. And when she questioned that why should it be so, because it's supposed to be secret or confidential balloting.
Yeah.
Why are you? And then people from the other side, if I mean the other side, the vice president's side, started shouting, and then, so she was very intimidated. People were threatening to beat her up and all this. He said it in the news conference. And so she had to leave, even not informing the police officers there. They just turned blind eye, like nothing was happening. And they said, do you want me to lose my job, Mansa Musa? You see, if you have concerns and you are telling the police men over there, and they are telling you, do you want me to lose my job? What does it mean, Mansa Musa? It means that voting process wasn't in freedom. Like they've been telling people. They've been telling people that the Lord is their, the battle is the Lord's, but the voting wasn't the Lord's. You understand? So MPP, they are the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen in my life. The same people will say, no independence, no independence. We don't want independence. Black man is not ready to look after the affairs. And they turn around and said, J.B. Dankwa is one of the funders. Whilst you were shouting that no independence, how can you be a funder? Funders are the people that supported the independence, if I'm right, if the history that I've read is correct. Then how can you turn around? This is the same president who is trying to use Kwame Nkrumah's University of Ghana and put his uncle's name, J.B. Dankwa, something. And then Ghanaians are, voicing out. What I said about Hajia, there was another agent for the same man, Kennedy Akumprepo, Hajia Ganuru. Hajia said that when they were protesting, they did whatever they wanted to do, and after, they asked them to sign the pink sheet or the paper, the voting paper, to declare the results. And they said, no, it wasn't free and fair, like what you people are trying to say. Mansa Musa, you know what they did? They locked the door, the main door, and they said, you're not going. If you don't sign the paper, you're not going. Is it the freedom that they are talking about? Is it the development in freedom that they are talking about? You see, Mansa Musa, this is not from NDC person, and somebody will say the person is making up. It's from their own internal elections that we are hearing this. So if they can do that, I'm not surprised that these people were shooting. And Mansa Musa, doing even combat, when somebody is running away, do you shoot at the back of the person?
Well, that is
Ghanaian style.
In anybody's book, that is illegal. It's against
You understand?
the laws of even war.
You understand? So they did that and they justify it. And they've got someone who is a senior member or senior parliamentarian came out to say something that, yeah, if somebody's a criminal, you call the criminal, what's wrong with that? Mansa Musa, these are the things that these people will do over and over and over because they've captured the whole nation in terms of the judges, the media, everything. Everyone will be things that they're supposed to talk about it, they don't talk about it. Is it nowadays that we see people just trying to say things? Because at first, as soon as you open your mouth, you are in trouble. They'll put pressure on your media house for them to get rid of you. That's what they were doing. They've done it to so many people. So having run away from what I'm saying, if I go back to what I was saying, there's another Charles Addo, the agent for the same Akoprekun. I don't know what's wrong with Akoprekun that everyone's putting pressure on him at the moment because probably he's got something in his, and he's Canadian, who probably has got the answers, or he's a threat to Baumia. I don't know, who knows. And this guy was the agent in Bono East, and he was subjected to 2 rounds of beating, Mansa Musa. 2 rounds of beating. If you see his face, Mansa Musa, that developing in freedom, I don't know where somebody can, or unless beating in freedom. You understand? I don't know why somebody will just put their motto, development in freedom, and they are beating people in freedom.
In freedom.
You understand? So it's bad. And if I leave the election issues aside, and go straight to the president did something yesterday at Tamale, UDS, and he said he was launching the phase 2 of planting food and jobs program. And then he said some things. I'm gonna tell people what he said, and I'll interrogate whether what he said was he was making up, or I can't say he's our president. I can't say he was lying, but indirectly, somebody somewhere who is not as polite as I am might say that. So Mansa Musa, the president said that the new phase 2 of the PFJ, that's what you call it, planting for food and jobs. Yeah. So PFJ will create 1.2 million farmers in the first year, and then moving on average, you'll be creating jobs for farmers about 210,000. Okay, he said that, and then not only farmers, farming-related jobs as well. Okay, people were clapping and everything, and then he said the one that he launched on Wednesday, 19th July
NFM Radio
2017, was able to create 2.7 million jobs, Mansa Musa. I don't know where this. So if you got this quantum amount of jobs in Ghana, I don't know how people, we are talking about unemployment and everything. You understand? So how many people were unemployed before creating 2.5 million jobs? It's not true. He went on to say that as he was speaking, Ghana is now self-sufficient in major food staples. Like when you mentioned something like maize, cassava, and yam, right? And then he was talking about the growth of the agriculture sector, and he said at the moment it's about 6.3%. That's what he said. Okay, but let me go per my own research. I wanted to interrogate what the president said, and then Mansa Musa, do you know that Ghana, since 2019, Ghana has been importing cassava from China, Thailand, Nigeria, Germany, South Africa, and then Hong Kong, which is part of China anyway, So what was he talking about, Mansa Musa? If Ghana has been importing cassava, just cassava, and you are talking about, you mentioned, because I'm talking about cassava, because he mentioned cassava, Ghana is self-sufficient. And then he mentioned cassava, maize, and then yam. So how can you be self-sufficient whilst you are importing from China? Nigeria, fine.
Maybe the agric minister was giving him the wrong information.
Agric minister, you see, you cannot run away. You cannot run away from statistics. You cannot hide import figures because it's the whole world. Whatever you import, they put it out there. And if I mention the monies that Mansa Musa, you don't want to know. To be honest, nobody would like to know the figures that we are importing. The small amount of the foreign currency that we have, we are using to import cassava. Okay, let's go to maize. Ghana has been importing maize from Argentina, South Africa, US, Thailand, and Turkey. So what was the president talking about? How can we be self-sufficient and importing these goods? Because I quite remember in the early 80s when US used to bring the yellow corn, remember?
Yes.
When it was students, yellow corn, and then you eat it, whether you like it or not. Nobody stood anywhere to say that Ghana was self-sufficient. But after we all put the farming things together, we were able to say yes, because Ghana started exporting foodstuff to other countries. So if you're telling me that, let me give the figure. South Africa, for instance, maize is $10.8 million. Right? Argentina, $15.8 million. You go on and on and on and on. So when you add the whole figure together, Mansa Musa, I think that money, the government could have used that money for oil or whatever and forget about the so-called good for oil stuff. You understand? Anyway, they will use the money for to stuff their pillow anyway. So how are you going to get that? So the problem is we have a government. What a government does, this government, what it does is the ministers and the people in the government, all what they do is lying and lying and lying, making up things for Ghanaians to cheer them up. I once said, if the president thinks he cannot keep quiet, I think the best way for him to keep quiet and have that baby thing that you mentioned the other day, put it in the mouth and that's it. And we all clap for him. Because sometimes it's better not to talk at all. You cannot go and say we are self-sufficient while we are importing this, Mansa Musa. How can you do that? But one thing I would say, as a good Ghanaian, when I criticize when it needs to be, and then I say, well done. Ghana has been exporting yam to other countries. And then at the moment, Ghana controls about 24% of yam thing. And it didn't start when they started the FJ. No. So it's not true. Statistics, you can never get it wrong. It's not true. So yes, we acknowledge that yams be going because we must be there here. We need yam. So people in Ghana, they cannot say they're living
long before the 2000s, long before when Ghanaians started, especially I must say this, now it's over so we can say it. They started putting some white stuff in the middle of the yam and close it. Yams have been imported into this country long before the 2000s. So no one can lie or include the exportation of yam from Ghana, attribute that one to planting for food and jobs. That would be a big lie.
Exactly. So that's what they are trying to say. And I would say, yes, we are still exporting yam because we've got so many Ghanaians, so many Nigerians. Nigerians use yam for fufu and then other things. And then sometimes they use the powder yam powder to do other things, and then Ghanaians we either use for ampesi or whatever that you want to use yam. So we cannot say that because of that. So the president, my plea with the president is they should be watchful what the things that president say. Whoever writes the speech for the president should be very careful, because the my uncle would say the Nimguasi is too much. You understand? Because sometimes he says things and then I don't know how all these things came about. So we have to be very careful. And my last take on this current affairs, we say they haven't finished their elections. They are going for the November 4th one. My plea to all MPP people is to come together, because we are all Ghanaians. Before 1992 Constitution, we when you see people arguing, they will be arguing about church stuff. You are Catholic, I'm a Presbyterian, this, that, and then I will go to heaven, you're not going to heaven. And now it's changed because we are in political setting, and then people are talking about politics. But we are all Ghanaians. We are Ghanaians before all these multi-party structures. So my advice is they should be very careful, because they are our brothers and sisters, and we don't want them to be hurt. You can't go on because of election and start beating people because the person wants to vote for Ken Akumprekon or Alan Chamatin. But let me say something. People are jubilating because Dr. Baumia came first. Let me tell you, I've spoken to so many people, Mansa Musa, and they were telling me that the list that they're giving them, Mansa Musa, they know the government appointees on it. And they tell you, you are 15 on this list. Let's say you are 20. You are 15 on it. If you don't get at least 15, you are in trouble. Mansa Musa, what do? You want to keep your job. What do?
Right.
That's why, the youth organizer from somewhere, just showing everything. And then they promised Hajia Said, they promised to give her what you call 2,000 if she signed the form. They were going to give 2,000. And then she said, I don't want your money. So this is the, just go to Kumasi, Mansa Musa.
A quick one, Mr. Kitiosi say want to ask you something, if that's okay.
Okay.
Let me put this thing here.
Is it going to be snappy because of the program has been?
It should be just a question.
Yeah, because the program has been packed in such a way.
Kitiosi.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
good evening,
you are on air now. Yeah, good evening.
And I'll say good evening to Dr. Joe, to put it that way.
George Man, yeah.
And how are you, Doctor?
Not too bad, my brother. I'm fine, and then it's good to hear your voice.
Oh, lovely. That was great. Yes. Thinking about the way forward, and from what I just heard, somebody wants to give somebody money, trying to influence people with money. I want to know your position on that, your view or point of view on that. People trying to influence others with money. It doesn't augur well at all. So what is the best way forward for us as a nation, and of course for you as a political party, even though I also belong to another political party? What do you think is the best way forward for us to have development in Ghana? That's the most important. So what I know you want to be, you are campaigning to be a chairperson for NDC UK. I support your points of view. And what would you bring forward to make sure that we all change the structure of things in Ghana?
Yeah.
Going forward.
Yeah, I think we have to embrace the Westminster style of government, where your MP can come and campaign everything without offering money. But the presidential system of government, if I may say, it's a lot of money. Every country that they do presidential system of government, because the president's got powers, and the president is the person who appoints all the CEOs, everything in Ghana. So it's like winner takes all. So that's first thing. Number two, we have to go to Dr. Nkrumah's days and then tell people that If you're voting for me, you're not voting for me because I've given you money. I've read a book about Dr. Nkrumah where he said to somebody, if you're following because of the money, I ain't going anything. I was somewhere, somebody brought me, and I'm a secretary, just follow me because I can deliver independence.
Yeah, absolutely.
You understand? And then it went very, very well. Dr. Nkrumah said that it went very, very well. My uncle used to be CPP, those days, and my uncle told me, he used to travel all the way from Bimbala to go and watch Dr. Nkrumah because of the things that you were telling them. It's not about money. He said you work a whole week, you do a whole week, by day. In Ghana, when you work a day and they give you money, you used to do by day, get money, and all the way to go and just listen to Dr. Nkrumah. Those days, it wasn't that like, now that we've got social media, everyone can just put anything in there. If you want to listen to somebody, you either go there or they will record it and come. They were not even having live sessions. Some of them, they were not having live sessions. They will just record it and then play afterwards by GBC and other things, So that's the first step. Yeah. And then we need to psych people, the voters, because corruption starts with the voters as well. You know why? I haven't got any position in Ghana, but I've got constituency that I support in Ghana. My brother, if I go there, first in the morning, the moment they hear that I've come, it's like somebody queuing to come and see a hospital. You want the hospital queue? And then you can see the queue bending and everything. Honorable. One day you come and do it. It's like they are threatening at the same time, they're saying something to you. And you have to give that money. So someone who hasn't got money, somebody who's just coming from school, he hasn't got money, and you are getting all this money, and the person is borrowing from bank. He doesn't know how to pay. What's going to happen? The money that has been given to that person, the person, if you're not careful, will use some to repay whatever the money came from. The money that has been given to you. You understand? So these are the things that we need to sit down and then go into the constitution. And I must say that I must salute our former president who's coming, the incoming president, President Mahama, who said that he's going to have a second view of the constitution itself, because loopholes that people are using, and it's not well. So all these things, when you put together, the system becomes corrupted. So we need to sit down and find a system that we can take money. You cannot take every money away from political setting, but you can take some amount of money away, like it was in Mr. System. If, when going back to when President Nkrumah was the prime minister, the election, if you look at history, the money that they used for that election, and then when he became a president, the money that people wanted to use, big difference. Then when Buzia became prime minister, the money that they used, and then when we changed to Limand's time, when we used the presidential system of government, the money was also big difference. So that presidential system of government is a money venture thing. Somebody has to support you. And then, somebody said something to me. I'm not going to mention the name. The person said to me, sometimes decisions are very, very tough because somebody sponsored you to be there. Yeah. Somebody's money. So if he says something, he said, no, I'm not going to support this because it doesn't sit well with me. I'm not going to get my profit out of the money that, let's say I've given you 10, 30 cars, and then you are doing something at the port that is going to prevent me getting my profit, whether it's bad or good. They want you. They come and say, look, hang on a minute. And I feel sorry for the presidents. When they are finishing their first term, they are going to the second. They will tell you, you want me to support you again for your second term? You lie bad. You need to do this, that. So their hands are tied. Not forgetting about people who are corrupt naturally. Some people are corrupt naturally. It doesn't matter. They will use that as an excuse. But the system must change. And then going back to our education system as well, we have to train our children not to be corrupt. Because in Ghana, what I've realized is when a policeman comes to look for someone, either to arrest or to whatever, and then there's a child there, let's say the man is hiding or the woman is hiding under the bed, and the child says, oh, my mom is not here, my dad is not here, and oh, really? They go away. What would the dad or mom say? Oh, you are a clever child. No, you are not. You are one of the biggest liars. You understand?
Yes,
So
that's right.
we need to start from the school. You know how our school system, how the teachers encourage the child, the children to lie. The teacher will say, "Oh, headmaster is coming." No, just say that. I've taught you this. I've taught you this. Why do you do that? And the children, you think they are helping you, but they will grow to do worse than what you are doing. You understand? So I think
Absolutely.
from the children all the way to the minister, I think it's rotten. But if you look at this kind of government, this one is rotten from the head.
Yeah.
Because fish rots from the what? The head. So this is what my take. I've got a lot of things that I've researched, but because of the time, I would say I will leave it here. One day, I'll just come general program. We discuss this. If you like it, and then
NFM
we
Radio.
put ideas together, because that's the Ghana that we want. It's not, we are all one people. You understand? We are all one people. We are all under, we came from Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. We are from Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. And so we will never sit down for somebody to come and then wipe up the history and then just put whatever they want to know. We will never, ever do that. And we use whatever education that we have to support the good days of Nkrumah. The things that we thought that Nkrumah did and then probably didn't help Ghana, people are saying it. But if I believe that, then we do away with it. But the things that he's done and that's helped Ghana, I would say we will embrace it, and then we will educate our children.
We work with it.
That's right.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Thank you so much. You made a strong point about presidential and Westminster. Those two things are separate. That is the Westminster British presidential American. Mm-hmm. That's why we are so confused in Ghana, and that we are mixing the two systems. Mm-hmm. Westminster system is clear and simpler, easier to understand or work with. But the American one, presidential one, is not. We are using two things for a small country like Ghana. It's very sad.
You cannot charge the president.
So I like that.
When the president is doing anything bad, you cannot charge. President, he's got immunity, so he can do whatever. You understand?
Yes.
Westminster, they will make you resign. They will make you resign. Look at what happened to other prime ministers.
Yeah.
You resign.
If you look at how they put the prime ministers back on the wall in the House of Parliament every Wednesday, it is good. Mm-hmm. Whatever's happening, news trending in the country, it's discussed on the floor of the Parliament, and the British people watch and listen, and that is even a good caution. So I hope to God we would bring that Westminster type of politics in Ghana rather than mixing the two where we get confused. Ghanaians get confused.
Well, if I may join in a little bit on this, you see, maybe with time things will also change, because the presidential system of American type we are following, it works as well. They are able to pin the president down even though he's got powers. When they call him to the Senate or in the Congress, whatever it is, he is humbled. You see, because they are able to do that, because in America, their senators or the parliamentarians in our case, their decisions are influenced by voters. The voters know what they want. Yeah. And if you divert, they will punish you.
Yeah.
Unlike in Ghana, the voters have no choice, they have no influence, nothing. They are only following.
Yeah.
But
in the American system, they've got the senators.
You see?
But Ghana, they wanted to mimic the Senate, Senate chamber. What they've done is Council of State. Council. What are they doing?
As for council,
they're politics. You see, so what I'm trying to say is, and then apart from that, there's no Ajatua system in America, if I may say it. But Ghana, just imagine when the minister is appointed, the whole family, the whole country, the chief of the paramount chief, everything, they will come there.
You said something, Joe. You said let's psych them. You see, we have to re-educate the people.
Yes.
to let them know that it is their function that has to happen through the parliament, not the opposite. That means the parliament, the government, people who are running, they are working for the people who vote them in. If we are able to bring that mentality, then we'll be getting
but how do you do that when you're accepting Gary rice and after you go and say, you need to listen to me? If you don't listen, I'm going to vote again. No, after accepting Gary, to Jimmy rice?
No, it works as enough.
No.
You tell people, collect the money
for someone to be independent. Let me tell you.
Mansa Musa, took the money and voted the right way.
Mansa Musa,
that is the beginning.
For you to be influential,
yes,
you must have your money somewhere.
Yes.
The person that you are voting,
yes,
either against or for, the person, would like to know that, this guy, I just want to convince you rather than using my money.
Yes.
When you're doing that, then you are a very powerful person.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Think about US. US said to United Nations, we are paying 50% of your budget.
Yes.
You know when Kofi Annan and the other, when the Iraq war, they said they wanted to go. Kofi Annan said, no, don't. They said, okay, we are withholding our money.
Our monies, yeah.
They did that. And what happened? They went back and they said, we don't support it, but money. That's what I'm talking about, money here. Money, anyone who say that money doesn't influence politics, the person is joke. It's a joke. I've never seen anyone going to River Thames and take some water and say, I'm going to use that to, is it Foda water or holy water? You cannot do that. So Mansa Musa, our body politics, Ghana, we are not a country that have money. I'm talking about money that, because of corruption, we haven't got money. Somebody will say we have cocoa, we have this, So because of that, if you're going to follow a system that's very, very expensive, do you know how many people in the presidency? Almost 2,000. And then you are paying them as presidential staffers.
NFM Radio.
Go back and check when Buzia, President Nkrumah, before President Nkrumah became president. Go and check. There were nothing like presidential staffers that, so many. Because we want to look like Americans. Big cars, bulletproof cars, big, you understand? But look at the Prime Minister here. Prime Minister doesn't mind. I saw him on the one boat chasing illegal immigrants somewhere. Presidential, you see the helicopter, everything. You see, we want to live big because of the name president. You understand? So we have to look into this system of government, and I would say that's my opinion. This is not NDC opinion. This is my personal opinion, and I must say this. So, Kitty, we will talk again, and then thanks for asking me this wonderful question.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for your time as well. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
thanks,
sir.
Mansa Musa.
Thank you too,
sir.
Kitty Austin. Thank you. Have a good night. Cheers. Bye. Right, you're listening to Mansa Musa. This program is called Fire Will Burn You. So, you see, Kitty Austin came here, spoken nicely, and fire didn't burn him. Maybe the fire in the end maybe is burning somewhere. But if you want to have a showdown, you can come in and have a showdown. Let's go quickly.
You do advert.
Yeah, this quickly.
Okay.
And,
all right. Then I'll go to the health. Yeah.
Right. I have to tell you that, the good news is that those of you in the UK, something we call a Check a Trader. This Check a Trader is an app or it's an organization. It started with a simple book. It was in a booklet. It's not A to Z. I think it was A to Z or something. No. Was it one of the books? Was it something Yellow Pages?
Well, Yellow Pages. And then A to Z as well was
Yellow Pages. I've even forgotten.
Yeah,
Yellow
it's gone because it's only on the internet.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You see, Check a Trader. Book. It is that apart from the big companies, the trading or the construction, building firms and mechanic firms and the rest, there exist also individuals who go around homes to people's homes, people's farms, people's premises to go and offer their services. It so happens that sometimes you are not lucky, you get a wrong tradesperson who will do the wrong job or a poor job. Or sometimes, if you are very, very unfortunate, you end up with an axe killer. That is a murderer on your premises. So this group, Check the Trader, they decided to come up with a system where they will recommend tradesmen workers, artisans, whatever it is, for a client, people who are looking for workers to come and do things for them, whether laborers or painters, whatever. The advantage was that people who will be assigned to go and do menial jobs or professional jobs in people's homes, those people's background have been checked by the police, and they turn out to be good people, and also their certificates, their professional documents are also checked to make sure that they are actually what they claim they are. So the safety is guaranteed, satisfaction, excellent work is also guaranteed. This is the type we have got in Ghana now. Yenya biwo Ghana, ye friend ejumapa.com. Udi Google ejumapa.com ube who the number of people are egusua omo ebo ejuma ewo Ghana. It is our abrochira na sebia who see that na who ye bi plot bi e na ye nkodo do ho na ye fa fence kura ntwemu a. Uko Google your friends ejumapa.com no a. Ombe recommending the pass sebi on deal them on sell bia on real on cotton was asking more because background checks number yes yenya sa check a trader in Ghana no ye de ejumapa.com. Let me find them quickly said Nana K so open delivery any removals for London 07534 715536. Let's just say
National Democratic Congress NDC no nyam forma ne mema mo UK ni Ireland chapter no ya yetienie gena so say beto aba eji chapter chairman fofo na se de chine no mum ko to on swear enyonya for Dr. Joe Ajimai the restoration man the father say e party no enim kan odi amonyesema kutine yie ne wetu ni hwesi wa forma so nkoso oni mu adwumade de e fani hotitru na esini nan so numade bebre no de egu akwemu a obeye de amaye bini se o sigina ye esiko no dwumade bia be kire party office na odisika 3 pounds empemenum na ato ase eye 5,000 pounds o santu maguo ni mama honsu 1,000 pounds na ebe she omudwumade mu kina na esigina ye dodon so a be kire afoforo omobetro omudin abeka party ne ho de omo mbrakura o omo sebeka omudi card ententem so na atwe adom abeka ye ho eye bosome miense bia nso party mu mpanimfu a odi dwumade be show mu nse bia no obeto safro omo atena se na de ye de show mu nse no omo ebu ho aponta mako we di bebre na no be ya mayo onua se kwatre kwose be ma wontuma bisanidi ye nemnidi ni Dr. Joe Ajimai the restoration man chapter chairman ana yentumano.
Right, welcome back to the show. Dr. Joe Ajimai is here with the next session of the program, that is the health topics. Tonight he says stress and its management.
No,
I think
gout.
For stress, is it
gout?
Sorry. Which one am I?
Stress was last week.
Oh, sorry. I've pulled up the wrong. How did I manage to do this?
Yeah, because when you support presidential system, then you put the wrong.
You see. So okay, hang on a second. I need to make a lot of changes because it means I sent out the wrong information about what is going to be said.
We got to do part 1. Gout, and then it's a silence disease that a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if I can go now.
Go ahead.
Gout. Today, what we will do is we do the overview, symptoms, and then causes. Then we follow the next, and then the other one because of time. Gout, as we know, is a common and complex form of arthritis. And it can affect anyone. So we shouldn't say gout is for someone or having got gout or having had it before. It depends on your lifestyle. So we have to be very careful. And even when you look at people doing sports like footballers, whatever, when they get gout, that's it. That can end their life. So we have to be very careful and the way we look after ourselves. What happens is all of a sudden there's a severe pain swelling, redness, and tenderness in the joints. Normally, the big toe, you see that, and it's swelling, it's red, and you don't know what you've done. And back in the olden days, they will tell you, "Oh, have you bought new shoes? Have you bought this? Have you bought it?" No, it's got nothing to do with that. If you bought new shoes, what's going to happen is, it's going to get something around your thing and then around your foot, but not the toe. So we have to be very careful when we get in the attack, that we speak to somebody who is healthcare professional to get advice, rather than somebody say, "Oh, because of your shoes, go and wear your shoe," and then it will build up. And I'll go into it, how we get this attack. Sometimes, somebody will be sleeping, all of a sudden, you see that the sensation going through the big toe, and you don't know why. And when you touch it, it's very, very hot. And then ask yourself, and then it started swelling, and it becomes tender. And even, it's so painful that even when you put your bed sheet on it, you feel it. That's how sensitive it is. And people have had it, say it's something that you cannot tolerate. It's very, very bad. So we have to be very careful. And I'll go quickly to the symptoms, and from the symptoms, then we go to the causes, and then we leave it as is because of today's program. What happened?
NFM Radio.
The symptoms are, the person will feel that somebody's just breaking the toe. Somebody's putting something like pepper, or somebody's just putting fire on the toe. That's how the person feels it. And it can happen the joints like ankles, knees, elbows, wrists, and fingers. But normally the big toe is where people get it. And the discomfort will continue. Doesn't matter whether you take painkiller or not. It can be because of what caused it. It is lactic acid that caused, uric acid that caused that, and it builds up to do that. I'll go into the causes, and then, so it becomes very inflamed or swollen, and so red. So when you see that, it's not your shoes, it's not your new shoes, it's something happening in your body. So let's take that and quickly go to the causes. I've just summarized this because it's a topic that, these are the things that they've been earmarked that they can cause gout, obesity, when somebody's too big, and then the amount of uric acid in the system is higher, and the person's eating things like lager. What's the way you look at me?
You mean beer?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, beer. Some people can get it from wine. Not spirits as well, but we are talking about too much. Yeah, because when you do the biochemistry aspect of it, that can convert into the uric acid, and then the uric acid will turn into urate, which is salt, and then they will deposit there. So there's the salt that's causing the pain, and then making the blood not to, because the body has to get it oxygen, and then in and out. The carbon dioxide has to come out, and then oxygen going in, and to feed the cells there, or the tissues, with oxygen and then glucose. So if it's not getting that because of just uric acid or urate, which is salt, then that's where the problem is. And then some seafood as well. And people have got kidney problems, they can get that as well. Kidney problem, because kidney is supposed to excrete uric acid. And if it's not able to do that properly, then it means it's going to deposit somewhere, and they love to be at the toe side. So let's get that. And I'm trying to make it, because it's a very big topic.
Some time ago, I remember one of my better halves, English woman, her dad, and she used to say it My dad has got gout because he's rich. Apparently, I mean, colloquially, they think it's a rich man or a rich person's
disease.
Disease.
Yeah, that's what they used to call it.
You eat a lot of meat and rich
red
in,
meat.
in protein and everything. So, but anyway, just
it's the same thing. Like you know, the olden days they used to say blood pressure is for rich people.
Yes.
Diabetes is rich people, but it's not true. It's not true,
true.
but because the lifestyle of the rich people, they eat in Ghana. They say they chop better.
Yes.
You know, because they eat good, and then somebody in a village using Nsasawa and whatever. But Nsasawa is more healthy.
More healthy than
you know, the red meat, and you understand.
Yes.
So when somebody gets the chance to eat all this rich food, they think, oh my God, this Christmas, it's Easter. You understand? But
let me quickly. I had an uncle who is a chief, was a chief, now dead, and the agreement was that his forest, any animal at all, any animal, if you kill it as a hunter, it's yours. If you kill a deer or antelope, the big one, no matter what, it is his. And he eats the proper side of the. You see, anyway, he grew up to be about 90 something. But still, my mom used to laugh that this thing you are eating, that is what is gonna kill you. Anyway, just
yeah.
You know.
So the like I was saying, the urate or the uric acid, urate is caused by the uric acid, and uric acid we get it all.
NFM Radio.
We you know, there's something in our body. It's called purines, and the purines, that's where uric acid comes from. And the uric acid, when it becomes salt, then it becomes urate, and then when it's deposited there. That's where the problem is. So we need to be very careful. So every food that's got purines, we have to be very careful. Something like red meat, organ meats. When they say organ meats, people like say liver, we like heart, you like, you know, the major organs. That's what organ meat. Okay. Yeah, and they've got a proper meat. The main meat is the what you are getting from the animal, but the organ meat is like the organs, being the kidney or whatever. They're all organ meats, and they are rich in certain things. And then purine-rich seafoods includes alcabs, sardines, mussels, scallops, trouts, and tuna. They are all rich of, you know, so that's why when you're eating, tuna is very good food, but when you're eating the tuna, your bone is to be careful. At the same time, the things I've just mentioned, you can get omega-3 oil as well. That can lower your cholesterol. So what do we do as human beings?
You see.
So you need to eat small, not too much, okay? Yeah, and then I've already said that alcoholic beverages, like beer or lager, and then some sweetened fruit sugar.
Brukutu or pito.
Yeah, you know fructose. Fructose is the sugar from fruit.
Yes.
Fructose.
Yes.
Yeah, so that one sometimes is it's not the normal sugar. This is a natural one from fruits that can also cause that. So there's nowhere to hide, and the fructose normally produce or promotes higher level of uric acid, and the more uric acid that you have in your system, it means you can have urate, because they will combine with something to become salt. So we have to be very careful the level. And then one thing that I've realized through biochemistry is uric acid dissolved in the blood, and then the kidney will just excrete it. But if you have bad kidney that's not able to excrete it, then too much of uric acid means the kidney is not able to excrete.
When you say excrete, the local balance will be, it comes out as, you know, waste shit, innit? To excrete it, or is that?
Yeah, excrete it. You can excrete it through the skin. You can through the urine.
Okay.
Or through the stool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So through the skin is the sweat.
Yes.
And then so many things to excrete it.
I got it.
Yeah. So when the kidney is not able, but normally people things like this, they go through the kidney, and then the kidney will excrete. But if your kidney is not performing well, it means when you don't have the kidney excrete too little uric acid, it means it's gonna get a build up there, and the build up will turn to reactive something to become urate. And the urate is where it's going to deposit somewhere.
Sure.
And even you can get kidney stones and other things in there because somebody is not drinking enough. So we have to be very careful and then make sure we drink a lot of water to flush whatever is there.
Sure.
And, and what they do is the uric acid, when they form the urate, it's like, if you look under the microscope, it's like sharp edge. So it's the sharp edge that's causing the to make somebody uncomfortable. So you have to be very careful in case you get something like that, because it's like needle-like urate crystal. If you look at that, and it's very sharp, and this is pressing against your tissues. So that's how you feel, when this is in your body and it's pressing against the tissues. So every movement that you make, there's a sharp thing pressing against your tissue. So you definitely, there's going to be painful. So that's how it is. And I would say if you feel something like that, the best way is to get a test done, and doctors will diagnose you to say that, because we've got medicine to cure it. But today we are doing the overview, which we've done, symptoms we've done, and the causes. So next time we do the risk factors, the things that you have to avoid in order not to get it. And then we're going to do the medicine, treatment, complications, and preventions. So I'll end here. And if anyone got a question, I'll be happy to answer.
Right, so it will excrete it. So now I'm trying to get my own way to excrete.
NFM Radio, emu daho.
Yeah, emu daho ampa. Mutie Mansa Musa. Program being sponsored by Nana K Delivery and Removals and ejumapa.com. Ejumapa.com is a purpose. This acronym, special purpose vehicle. All right, the number for the US special purpose vehicle. But this is a proper special purpose vehicle, just like the one we have in the UK. I don't know the name for the ones they have in America or France. I know you guys are listening. But the one in the UK, which is called Check a Trader. Check a Trader. Check a Trader. That's the name, the title, Check a Trader. And that is, anytime you want to call a plumber, a carpenter, electrician, anytime you want to call a tree surgeon, a gardener, especially gardener, people who have, especially retirees, people who are retired, they like their gardens to look good. And when you want to bring in a gardener, a private gardener, surely you don't want someone who is going to snoop, spy on you, and later organize to come and steal your things. So you go through what we call Check a Trader. This organization, they have names and details, credentials of all the traders, all the professionals, be it a doctor, a nurse, a farmer, a gardener, a snake catcher. If you go to Australia, you find them very, very, very important. Because there is a place that wild animals are everywhere. So every now and again, they will find some wild snake, deadly one, and they will call the snake catcher to come and catch it. So if you want a professional to come and do some work for you, here in the UK, they call these people, this app or this group is called Check a Trader. When the Check a Trader recommends any artisan or any professional, electrician, plumber, anything like that for you, you know that you are safe because they have background checks, the police checks and everything. The same thing now, yes, you be Ghana. The same thing, make try to home say, a simple cry, ejumapa.com. Oko omo app no so abibia chechem nyina wo ho nti you se bia wo pe obi akoye adwuma wo dan na se wo ni fie no a wo beboa wo mpanifo o papa no maame no aye no bibi no se wo hia obi akoye akowoya electrical wires bi anasa installation of, let's say, CCTV, all those alarms and those kind of things are sabi wonim nipa kro wo ufie ho no a o kira be ho asa am robbers gogo be se wo de fa adwumapa.com for so a omune the way a ye wo Europe ni America na omo ye background checks any ade no because these people they have insured their company. It is a ye fans electrician na wo ko jimi a ombe yiwe free so wontumi wonya adwuma ni bi nye. And so bia born adwuma ho ban. And so it makes it guarantees safety and good workmanship. So simply just copy it down adwumapa.com and also when you check a trader for granted here in the UK. Before I go back to Dr. Joe Swajima and or anyone who wants to call, no. This Selena, see last week you didn't read my message today. Please do. Selena said Dr. Joe is a very good person and very dedicated to the party. The UK Ireland chapter must know that he has won many elections in Ghana. So the chapter needs a good person, and that is Dr. Joe, full stop. So I urge you all to vote for him as he has the party at heart, or the party at heart. Otherwise, I'll be speaking local East London parlance or accent. He has done a loan. He has done a loan both. But two parties he alone has done both, jobs in the UK and in Ghana, and the way he has been supporting the party at large. You should vote for Dr. Joe Oswajima for development. So that is from Selena. I think I saw another one from is it Rita? Because if I don't read it now and it gets gone, then it will be gone. Then I will get in my ears. Dr. Joe is a good person who can take the party to the promised land like Moses. Dr. Joe is worthy to be voted for as the chairman of UK Ireland chapter. Rita. So my kind anyone who will be so sign Fabra na yenkin kind and I say yenkan wasem with Mansa Musa. The program is Fire Will Burn You. Today you see okay, thank you very much. It is all about what it is. As they say in the US of it is what it is. Don't forget that adwumapa.com is like check a trader here in the UK. Lots of people, if you use check a trader, you are safe. We now sumudri UK. The same things if you use the services of adwumapa.com in Ghana. And so asumudwi nkwa because nipa no ba kwa ye adwuma ama wo fie e wo wafuom e wo garden mo e wo bibia adwuma bia nipa bobi ba ye nipa kra all bad because all these days it's everything is about safety. It's about say we trust say nipa no ba no onti se Mansa Musa nani mu hu ba kra usro debi ma nipa no wa hu na otum se abranti or no ho am kakama tise Mansa Musa na ubuadie na umbewiadie tise Mansa Musa. You know what I mean? That is the job that these organizations. So the app is simple. Go to Google and look for adwumapa.com. adwumapa.com. Hey, we nya something biao. Simple.
Sydney Discotheque, verano del 79, con la mejor música del mundo.
Ojaye. Ojaye. anuma koliwa. Anuma koliwa, 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 anuma koliwa. Anuma koliwa, 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 anuma koliwa. Anuma koliwa, 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 anuma koliwa.
Right, Uja is part of the showdown manship. Right, so Dr. Joe Sajma is here tonight. If you have any question, what be anything, even though tonight is the English version, if you want to speak in Ewe, in Ga, in Aigbe, any language, bring it on. Come and have a showdown. You can even bring Kennedy Japan with you, because I think he is the showdown master. Apparently, they went to the showdown room to meet their what do we call party executives or the party disciplinary committee, and somebody blinked. Who blinked first? Is it Canada Japan or the party people? Anyway, enough of that. But before anyone will come in, let me remind you that some of the messages, the things we are hearing, Kufuor was asked, about how Ghana is excruciatingly very difficult for people, this high level of poverty and hopelessness everywhere. And Kufuor just actually admitted, yeah, it is true. I know, we are suffering. Everyone is suffering. So hopefully the next NPP government will come and sort things out. No enmity now. Not Mira Hopi. I don't know what you think, but like I say, one day we'll talk about how Kufuor now thinks that he, as Captain Smart will say, Wapium, and just said the next NPP. And you were better 7 years, 8 years, just say, Wapium. And yes, sir. Hello, welcome, hello. Hello. 0714, why do you? Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, me cast a bremupe. Hello, nupe na ode too so. Okay, now you are calling again. Hello. 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 0714, good evening. Hello. Hello. Okay. The fellow cannot talk for some reason. And you may fall away. Maybe on one end to be kasa. So yeah. So whatever another number also to me pafra friend brother. So Kufuor said that yes, it's true that Ghana or Ghanaians are suffering. Now I know the name Rachel, so we should wait for the next NPP government. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mansa Musa.
Oh, Mami Sewa.
Yes, please. Line of Wakasana means it.
I see.
Yeah.
Is it okay? Demo clear.
Oh, they say
yeah.
NFM Radio. Demo clear. I over my showdown,
Well, showdown in the we are made the Kennedy be banner.
Yeah, but my showdown.
Showdown.
Yeah, showdown. Yeah. Yeah, good evening, Mr. What's here for me, Dr. Joe Owusu-Ajema, me the Joe, the team Joe, team in Michelle. And you made this any be American me ba na me be Dr. Abaso na my Asre UK and Ireland comrade say me ya drama. Let's say year to October no Ombomodiya na yentuma Dr. Joe Owusu-Ajema. Yenhwe na nisu adi huna owo edimayen. Yenhwe na ho brase. And the world will sit here. In fact, if I'm to say something about Doctor, I better take the whole of the program no. Eti Mr. Mo na say mo he programs aye kwa mo who said the doctor will see ya active. And why you down to earth. Doctor you down to earth. Eti Mr. Mo especially man and woman no. Fire support because when it's my youth no and a woman or a woman's wing no and a woman's a man so they any cry youth no any cry man it's Mr. Momo let's say a Danny Drum mommy and to my Dr. Joe was Wajamai. Now no so Abuana ye the acquaintance support a more Ghana because he said the Ghana dear, see, I can't say a car, too much. And then northern region of incident VC to the sense here to Chichi. It's only the MPP government now being what's say. 80 10 cano, na drew honoma, yentoma, na doctor, yentoma doctor, and it's also so the support a command of JM, Nigerian, my bedje Ghana free. And question, yes, I say ye ton Ghana because it's a showdown, no echo ye ton Ghana, and you know, Momo Diana Mon supporting into my Dr. Joe, so Dr. Yamin Count.
Brilliant. Brilliant to be kind. Mansa be brilliant. Good call. Now, all Ghana seminal. Honestly speaking, Obi as a name. A friend saying video be now me share video no I don't think for the next few days make me video no it's all about Kolebu mortuary. Now what wouldn't be no don't pray say my more be answer no because
it's true it's true Mr. When you look at all these spirit down you just go down Ghana I think that like someone was saying in one of the FM stations that it wasn't you degrade a big fertilizer and because when you listen to news, sometimes I don't want to listen to Ghana news, honestly, because I would see a bad time. Come on, it's too much.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bonfire say JM in free MPP or Mama Mobonena. Or more bueno. To come here, no one would go here.
Young quadia bonny baby before
a quiet as at this time and for that city, the asset is near their house. A colana is from Eco School. What a dead mean cabin, a day not
Jesus Christ.
MPP, Colebu, a whole Colebu.
Mansa Musa, me pesa me hu because me makoye
don't wait to see.
Makoye adwuma e wo Ghana da hospital da. Me modi.
Don't wait to see.
Na hwe obi yare a wo wu no. Ah, wo se ye hwe no, o tika ondu obewu. So, kase yem fa nipa life nya hwe. Ah, wo se kase o kachire busuani ni se obewu nti memmoka.
But in terms of corruption from who baby I mean can I mean that. Even police report, police report a crime. Police report kekino. You have to bribe someone.
Me
just a bribe it. Just a bribe it.
So, me na tehwe e na Mansa Musa me diska koye so mo nko no mko hip operation. Okoye after say doctor na delay first day okoye was say was akodi fufu bi ese ne yeme ne ya no okotan baby. No say buy of buy ya. Oba no buy ya so wadi say okan ya say ana mo be say scan to say look at this o. E catch re e wo me na nanimu o. Ti me frɛ say ko si say me na na esu. O say there was so nti na okan de ode ne koye no ono wonim say me nkasa no ho wo tie a ono wonim ne boni a wadi because Mansa Musa me no me mpesisie e na oye made na hye me a until the point is onim say omokoye no ode kakra ma doctor no so de ode be ye no na ode na kohye ekra bi say me busa wo so doctor hwe no say na wo kyere ne nan no e ma afena ne nan na start say essay to anu amu na ma me ne de areho nti owu wie ya nsa na omoka ne kra na si oh because I say obi a make kwa yie no the first thing I say they make call ayi baby akotena wo adwodwo me bo ansa de on they make na say
yeah me tine oka no
ai wa be anya say wie memme ye yi kese na sa we Oh, and no suntina.
Who said this?
And no tina
the
ye can say
method of care, and I say
UK and Ireland.
Training I demand of the the same.
Mas na make us say UK and Ireland. And it's no monto aba mame. Na ye nkonko boa because they be a beto aba e wo kromo ha. Ah, be nye good leader wa ha no. Ye kokko boa wo Ghana. Na this time Mansa Musa ye mfa ni agro. Omo na omo si ye mfa esika mra na saa keke. Na omo mfa nkoye na bi ye de skani bi ba saaba. Abehwe se aba no ye to ye kan ye gina ho. Menye sure say UK ni bi eni wa. Mansa Musa be ka say o beba me mame 100 Ghana nti na me mfiro nkofie nkoda. Me gira ho amade a chia me ya kan bi. De me ka to say so enti ye nyina ye
yeah, because I believe in your accountability. Send your better say accountability. One of my friends work on him or hospital.
Yamfa a imbremu kakra a friend saying Hajia Akuma.
Okay,
Hajia oh.
And Hajia be fire.
On fire.
Mansa Musa, you would the fire brigade whatever.
Can Japan swaba. Hajia ni.
Me wow, Mansa Musa.
Hajia wa be show down and I would the end.
Media may be challenge mo. Me challenge mo every day. I will come my me challenge mo. Down plus challenge.
Say you show down kwa dia na eye.
Doc, me pa cho mami tia mo enumre we.
Ya je so.
Oni Mansa Musa ene mo tiefo. Enkankani UK and Ireland chapter delegates Papa B. Sebe. Omoshe say ewiase ani le ekos wo Ghana no time mo bon so Mansa Musa me say asa wo besu o kasa na asa wo besu edi ankura na edi ankura na ko mo be ankura ni free we Mansa Musa ya botre mesu ate mesu na Ghana for a mistake na ko to Obama CIA agent ni o man no e ko dulu no afena me ti ase ni in charge of the Rollins e kumkum ko fo bi wa ta se sebe men kai ama fo ya o ana men fa nya atresem na mom sebe o takrache se ejire ana se empamwa e wo mpamu a e se o pedi ho e se sa wo mpa no wa to mpa so ntimi na so e bi ni Ghana mre bi e chebu sa ni pa boni fo we na o mpe so mo titi Ghana e pansa nya akonya o mu ye Ghana o mu so ni Ghana so ama Ghana da ni so ni no mre bi e chebu no we e na Rollins hu ye nti a o ye nyomo bi a o ye na amanfo ntina ase na sebe enempo ka mema ntabi any human rights nti no sane o mani nyina no yesi etwem ye biom na mom e ka mema ntabi e de beto aba e de yi nipa ana ma ba bebu oman no kabima ntabi kwan so e na ene CIA agents aju oman na omotiti hwe minia ene wo yale na ko hospital ase ti a obefo mu no enu nti self medication or if you know your black medicine, herbal medicine, because all do hospital yes, na doctor ni no ho ono company more food who see no wa o yale awoba Mansa Musa o tie me
Ghana for tie o pa obi e tie o
me da se aha nursing trainees are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And then, omu wunti no omu nyafaya omu kuye. Na eni omu nyina ya mo pepepe le akọ. Enu nti ana meka che UK and Ireland for say. UK and Ireland. Mesi tembi ya mutu aba na munye chama papa. Eni nkoso e de brain e wo Ghana. Yes eni am candidate Dr. Joe Ekano. Ye ntu aba yi obi a yebe mo sika no keke ya kwakoma Ghana fo What do you mean with that? Dr. Joe, any to about man, the Crampo Mayor chapter chairman. O to the night, same the program be possible. Say a delegate conference. Say a dear Oba, from region to national. O to the now, you the bottom secret ticket ever at the board grass now. Mansa Musa, a better way because of it. So, we say Dr. Joe. Oh, shadows some person of the Oba. I'm telling you, Eddie Albana, the skin now the who say, whenever the Yahan or surely you, or free baby or buy. But they were or no beer men go, who so free brochure, or your beer, or one is the import what you were such a lower tipa, and the grassroots Juma. Then, congratulations, Dr. Joe. Ebe adopti ye nyina or make sure say okọ constituency by constituency. Ekọ ma ye campaign because oni say boa ama ye campaign ezini all of e fa say ye majority in parliament and na boa ye ama ye win election no. Ye mba plus ye mba program we so. E ma campaign. E ma sebe kwa abofra bi a ontimi furu enu so esoro na ebu abofom ene unyina akwa akobofo mo de bi da ye nu se no me se mi to ma ma ni mi le bi a enya no me fa ho enya e ka ni pei me se yo ma ama o ye mi bi bia prekope o take decision wo ga no na se nko ya meka me ni a me ti onti na do ma ama fa ni ya go. It's yes, you can Ireland for say, Obia or what your papa to say Dr. Joe Ajimai. Why not do say? Oba about the chapter no. Chapter no, I different chapter or the change. But chapter no. The first planner or the two are. As you saw, Obia will say a very important thing. Say, Obia Obewari Asebi, Oda Bola Sukra, and that why I want to say no. From this time to this time, no matter what I know, Obe Diabola and also that. The first thing you need to do is to get a room or a house. Baby, I'll bet you are housing in now over the funnel. I want to know. And then, Oba chapter office. Obey make sure say or the bottom sika ebeto 5,000 UK pounds. The coin pia obefa so obey me pounds. E dia ka o e dia arrange that chapter office no. Obey the any be ya tena ya. The G efa plans Mansa Musa NFM Radio station and how to be adding and Kaoyana and Robert Miato. Every so safely in the article and then the out in the article. Walk away into one of very nice place, a nice office, and looking at the old about the programmer. As you saw my amount for who said, may NFM Radio, the NFM radio be a credible. And looking at Dr. Joe said, Oba. Orange office na amount will say NDC party no and yet say through the others and the others so that they are credible party oh she say UK do area and I say do more areas near prayer we say oh Mansa Musa ya na fa membra UK ho na fa mi China na mi hu mo UK areas ni na menka so what I say it will say your office e wo ha. Enti me sorry me call you ke dengo e ho na your office e wo no any the first plan the second plan on the aba me no sa plans me anyway so one for na me nsa one for 2 3 months we say no papa we owo me papa e the ma UK Ireland chapter NDC na say o kwa to aba e the ama very say kuma ufo na mo nko to se dia we no etu ye asin no media one youth and women about to be no yɛ pɛ ɔmo a ɔmo ti gyi nem ɔmo a ɔmo sacrifice ɔmo a ɔmo yɛ no ɔmo bibia with wholehearted no ɛyɛ youth and women nti sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ party egyina na amanfoɔ hu the relevance of your party until you spend on your youth and women nobody will see you as relevant papa wey ahu ne nim di akyerɛ ne sɛ me ba me the man youth and women no anya ɔmo fa awudie agyina ɔmo nan so ayɛ adwuma third me yɛ nneɛma mmiɛnsa wɔ nti na me di n'akyi o third ɔsɛ every quarter ɔbɛ make sure sɛ with the old and new executives no yɛbɛtena ase adwene ho ɛsan sɛ adwene ho ɛni nipa baako fo sɛbe obiara da ne so yɛ so a ɛwɔ nea nyankopɔn yi kyerɛ no momfa mo nyinaa momfa mo yi kyerɛ ɛne mo adwene ɛmbra me nua bɛrima me nua baa wotie ni saa nneɛma mmiɛnsa wɔ nti ɛna meka kyerɛ wo sɛ mehyɛ wo bɔ ɛnɛ sɛ woto aba ma dr joe a wonto nkyene na woto aba ama ndc aka ne ntoma pa afira woto aba sɛ wo hope ɛne wo areɛ hyɛ mu nyinaa ɛwɔ ndc mu 2024 sɛ yɛbɛwie ne aba no ɛno nti ɛna woto aba ɛde ama dr joe nti uk and ireland foɔ mesrɛ mo sɛ mopɛ sɛ yɛmfiri saa ahohiahia wei mu saa showdown foɔ wei nsɛmu deɛ a na ɛndeɛ dr joe ɛna ɛyɛ the only remedy for that in uk and ireland sɛ ɔbɛba bɛka yɛ ho wɔ ghana ne dwuma papa a ɔyɛ no wasan ehuru sɛ amanfoɔ de kyinye no asoa no afɛdeɛ nti ɔbɛsoa ehim ama amanfoɔ ehuru sɛ yes kyinye wei ɛna ekogyina ase a nyame agyenkwa no ɔbɛgye yɛn nkwa wei ɛne message a mewɔ ɛde ma uk and ireland chapter 4
yo
Mansa Musa wɔ question bi bi ma me ana
yɛbɛda wase wafaya
Dr. Joe Nyankopɔn ɛmpa wo na ɔma wo hyerɛn na uk and ireland foɔ ɛnhunu sɛ yes agyenkwa no ɔna wo mu ɛna ɔba na ɔmo so aba no now gye nyame adom nti
amen hajia akomapa ɛna mote ne nka no yɛnkɔ ahoma baako yi so na yɛnkɔ hwehwɛ Mr. Dadze akɔ aba
Mansa Musa mbacho mejemoso Mansa Musa na mbacho mote sɛ
yɛdeɛ nka yɛn ho yo yɛtie baabi aka yɛtwe deɛ na ɛwɔ akyire hɔ no dede bi wɔ akyire hɔ
mbacho sɛ no sɛ otu we deɛ ɛyɛ ɛte bɛmfa sɛ geto no yɛsetana na ɛde nkakra ɛnte sɛ mo baabi a mo wɔ na mɛfa sɛ hɔ ɛdi ne kakra nti mbacho fɛkyɛ me why fotiness bi a metwe me ho so woyɛ den a mo bɛnbɛn me
mate
nipa ba ko do ntini nya ye foto se be ba nwanti because so obi won nipa e de ma odi a so tumi be mu be number to bi sa se mi wa madaroma
bibia se
na kasin
na be kasa ha de ye adwen ye ho ye tie ba bi a we are sitting our somewhere when na ba e enti fa asem ko
Mansa Musa mpacho me so na jo me nkwa ne bone be mazam kakra me pese me ka che Ghana phone you enkanka ya Ghana phone se ye ka bi che na UK and Ireland so yes ye tu ye ho ye ho fo ndc kuma ne ye sen tu ye ho fo because Mansa Musa se me no ka say oba bi se Ghana de wi amamu no se de ho na Ghana nya youth ye bre no Mansa Musa nye ize minim se a wo de course na amafo na efro no mo so atede a because Mansa Musa enema mo abrochi no esi amo na amafo depend on mo so onim za and I did sending you now, Mansa Musa, how many days a call out from Ghana. I crave a nipper 100 there for only me. Mansa Musa, because of my thing. Or my name Koye, or managing some ajin some effing of owing some. The woman Siba Montecasa, we have the men, Mansa Musa, yes, I hear who is a CA. They say they don't have the men, but now they have the women. Because Mansa Musa and Amamona Jins.
How do I say me, sexism no because women no they can't say a man who be a woman the president econo performance say better equal to the men and you know so can say they don't have the men but they have the women metaphorically no Meti was here, never. Esa wo kan esa wo kan ye.
Mama chomo ase, Mansa chomo ase. Yeah, first na efi say e man ni bi sebi, e bi no abadaye pa e de support on. Be nya oba ye call ni dem ye konya $1 million. Ye twitwi fili sike $1 million mpacho Mansa Musa. Mpacho say sika na twum $1 million mpacho akasen e na da ho.
Yo. Okay.
This kind of doors, but that's what you see. It is sad. Some can add then also, but say we have the women, but also we have the men. Men of face say, a month will be to my day, boy, mine. Into Uko Asantimo and us a camemo. So, Walu, Fiona, or Back or say, be oba Nikrun Ebano. Into about me a Bema money, because I said, dear Bema to me, or Bansu to me. Sure. It is a Macassa is only the men now, because they have the women, the first in quantity, and Barney being some American say, the submission demolition on your she nibi. But in a more than Ghana and Barna Basisiano is only now some of them say because go to with you, Ghana more is Siana. And money now they are doing something to earn something because of themselves, but fear a baby. And I'm as out their cost never so don't you be. Matthias, I'm up on town for because I'm for Tafel for one academic and over myself because Mansa Musa share and I make us say over we say can see ya kwan yam say man who say me fan say we na de man ya me oju wan tia say ya kwan na say it na ye pese say as a good leadership e bet support o man na say to me bi na good leadership so be nya so e say onye obi so all links Mansa Musa en politics say any o man way only links are must count yourself out. Mansa Musa fana say me tu kwan babuchi na me be do airport na Mansa Musa me nyo bi am from airport a mpacho mo na mo abrochi mpacho me den me loku den me stranded me nya be bi kwan koda e be wiase ko awokro betime kumi ana Mansa Musa me bo am na mo ho no mo enti na ye pese nya obi good leadership to say Dr. Joe Ajiman obi o ma na ho so Obaga na one nkwala nye di agro wo ye kwata wo ni kwata one nto nsa didi because also odwene wo nipa na oba na also odwene wo enye ono no nkwa na also odwene ono nkwa na ho ento odwene party na san dwene ho so ho Mansa Musa me kan sem we Bible kan sem o say emra me da me yare da mpaso wo mpaso no wan be hwe me eda me ho kire me no wan boa me eda na me da prisons wan boa me kama na NDC call opposition for good 8 years Mansa Musa ne pa mo fa kasa wo radio so mo be defend party no Mansa Musa mpacho hom ne etumi nya so mo defend party no and you be obi say Dr. Joe Ajiman e man tunu say dia me ye anka Dr. Juma any politics o de Mansa Musa o de stress of from e be na ko inside or you obi operation but o jani na to o say na NDC who don't see me hospital me call my chance insane me pharmacy me call medicine chain obi ba me say consultation kwa matras nsen me do NDC send the NDC muntino and de and am say NDC ntino me pa call radio so support NDC then na amafo bi na me fa say almost sisi almost positions no me mpacho Mansa Musa na then no mo hene but you be say so you be say Dr. Joe Ajiman and to me just simple so e ka so defend NDC dia na say enne waba me say ye de bi e ka so say di opoto e ma na fe no o nchi so de den o de bom Mansa Musa say o ye aduane kakra o kitchena o ye aduane o ye da be ka wono ayede ahwe enti ma ne kwata mo opposition po na ye opposition na mo ye den ne bo no o to me support party ndi Mansa Musa say they aduane ma na e de tumi ni ma na e de no ntumi ye NFM bo NDC party no Mansa Musa was saying this is time we can say I didn't do obi aba no can for Dr. Joe Ajiman because of the human relationship to others because why not just say we penny o we akwala o mebu o so okana say me o say o no de o ye na de na say eye ne ya obeka akire wo on fan hye ni mu no chan ko akako yale because on say doctor o experienced person so much what I say it's when you be say Dr. Joe Ajiman so say enne make say me to me wesi o me say me UK and Iran chapter share only Mansa Musa de ba ko be me je ho ma ba ko be na o me fa say o UK ho no mo ne friend Spinoza obe am UK BBB youth organizer and I say organizer bi ho no mo Mansa Musa dan me bisa say me pa to ni abati bi a ye friend Dr. Joe Ajiman say hey man no the way o si wa fama esi wa to support to NDC pa o to me say ampa we need to support to NDC for ni bi no and adanse odi wa come kram ye mo she me ono ko I so say dan do ande ko ba radio so be kasa bi Mansa Musa obi o na just say nemri say 2024 election e ye ko no say ba say ba be to ba na o UK na re na so person o ba Ghana nkwa na be pool agent say o kada bunya no de munya ba Ghana mo be pool agent for support partner party ndim konim Sa branti wenti mpacho yi ni to mpacho yi ni sinchen. Obi o party no do. Say me support say enem o say youth. Oba be creative fundraising bi di amamo. Say ba some person ko fund youth youth organization bi o baby am. Enya fa na mako bi akose siska. O say fa o sabe bom. Be iskal fe ko organization o wi a bla betan o. But say empesa leadership am but Mansa Musa den e pebium. Also, some people be a Sunday my party. They say, "But say you can Ireland on. On be some party Juma. Over to a meeting concerning NDC. Or say mom na meta some meetings. O say only one watching mo po. Because time on here you can only chairman police. La course do no teacher do to print fear man no at the bag Ghana say support to Ghana for during the election time. No, not my father no. I say at the time NDC ma. Say me NDC ma polling jets no mo ye o majuma or say adopt one police station or so adopt 5 or 10 police stations or support one more. I hope for my say also the BBL resources BBL support to NDC. Na NDC to me jana na so. Na say NDC to me jana na so dia me pa cho. Oh enemy ye to benefit from inside. But you empe we there na ye pay. It Mansa Musa dey pay me say links. So only links are out to me she was as we so. Nipa no links to Mahama. Or links to your chairman, or links to secretary, or links to telephone, or links to big investors. Over to my support. Or say me, what to my organization, bet my organization, Ghana for you, but some about my never say be within, or say me support. Only pan the resources not support. I didn't see you need to change. And say, you be Dr. George mine. That's a also UK and Ireland chapter chairman. Mansa Musa and come on many million umpua and can say the blast ban and get all a Ghana and get the blast ban say upon thing. Nakashin Natalia, near the boss says Ghana for we can say man unopposed and can say a twab at the mano. But I call democracy and when they say a twab, but the best delicate say in a talk of another year catch almost say or my daughter my slomo. So I'm going to go to a banana, and many some go to a banana, or much as we to a man, Ambrose, and 80%. They said the end, 80%. They to be said in you say, Sam, Jumana Miyama, NDC for NDC for me, oh, it is now be one of us on the NDC Juma, on the back come once why you say, Dr. Joe, Ajuma, a year and you're sharing on yam. In that number, so may the answer me on yam. Mansa Musa, Minion say, so ye Juma, I say Juma now and a bosso. Mansa Musa mpacho ya ma award ase we ni beje o na me bua see ma award we ni beje this the time I said you can have for Dr. Juwajima award no to me really chairmanship no na bo sha sase e pese ko 2024 no you to be because e name ya make say Mansa Musa Ghana the way say I thing na nyama agency we esinku ye kase ku a we ne democratic coup kese pa ye wo mu ene Mansa Musa auto ande kwa ntumi nto ene Mansa Musa aka kojo nso na uma fa say ojo so kwade na pese okọ washroom kwa kojo nso Mansa Musa eje 2 cedis na uye makan na so ko ya na so Mansa Musa but you be say 5-6 na that say e kan wa say na obetua say okọ 5 times a it o man ma ye dia na me ka say cement one bag na 100 Ghana cement one bag over 30 cedis in one bag na 100 Ghana but I say you doing talk Ghana youth for your break ye nyeduma ye Mansa Musa first rank he did 3 times a day. And Ghana over the D, Abros will be scored 2 times a day. Because in Overcome market, all you on 5 cities, over 2 years here on Henry Ghana. And then because a document betting, first year on document betting 1 city, and then Mansa Musa document 4 cities, 5 cities in the Ghana. I say, it's yesterday. UK and Ireland chapter 4. Eyan kotodine you go from. Sena na me sesa haja ebeka akomapa ebeka ye no. Ono se ye friend akomapa. Ento ba otumi oyini yem eka akomapa nsem na le kire o se me nanu mo. Nkotoje go from. Ense edi no wa danse bibi nti o. Kedi no wa danse no tuma bo NDC party no. Na NDC party tumi jana na so. Mansa Musa say party tumi jana na so a o benefit, we benefit a. Ono na otumi say ampa you are part of it. Obi otumi kanipa bom. United Front also the year ko o say me no so oba be jan na so a support yin e me say Mansa Musa hwe onim e say kasadudo we entoponko na enfumso so empa kasadudo mu da o kasadudo nso na o kasanso ayeden aba enfumso ko an tie de enkotoji na de ku fo me say say o no emre no so a hwetama eba ne say tama ye shift gold post nya no ma we nku ati we so e support NDC. And your friend, honey, a friend, obe a doctor. It is so say am for other party no. It didn't so to me and support no. The mesre. Yeah, Ghana for pony support you. Now more UK and Ireland so then I'm some kafa won because yeah that man fee UK or back Ghana as you know. Him do to be yeah ma yen ayenya benefit for himself. And yes he can quality to you, but relationship also counts. The you to be never say it didn't come up who shall report for the who know yet about party office on the case. Oh, me na what to say o chia kwala chia penny o bu akwala ebu penny so sadi pa we nya sadi pa bu do no sabe say 10 when this mo Mansa Musa ke wie. Okay. It's like a hard working chairman at the buy and where's you for hard working chairman not to be support on support party. Mansa Musa me da wase.
Right. Chairman Abolo.
Mansa Musa.
NFM Radio.
Mudao.
Very good. Uba showdown ana.
Mansa Musa mami chia wahwefo ani wetiefo. Na me bo wabaso eni dwuma pa wo ye. Na me senya mention ama Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman. Ene the campaign manager the laws wama meni ajinti nanka me say member program no so say say the first intro di ba ye na asem ni na waka no so ma bronye characters bi mu sem kene de Japan characters bi mu na wo NDC UK arena chapter no menim say akakakra by on the 7th of October no delegate ebe yi omu se na ebe ya UK arena chapter no ebe fa na ntuma pafra intermediate medi adisre na medi to delegate ni ejabo eja na eba bedu emere so Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman omon kan no muntu abama no na nyamapa eni hihye ya ode ato ho so ba be ye ede abo UK ara chapter na Ghana nyina ni NDC no atimi abemu ntimi ne de eye chopa ni an America to delegate emene edru omuma yi omu a omakoshe peteku amudi dwamuma aguru omu amudi abeshe di no matwi akọ etire election say yenye 15 November December bepem na yenye ye kwa ba ni hu se di party ni boni but delegate be kasa nti eno ana me say delegate emene so amonka Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman to kukurere mama mawunu refia mare kukuna delegate ukatabe Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman nkaka gbona on the 7th of October nena na kama ga tro delegate ni arunkuji mi adako na Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman abele ke campaign manager Alonso Buena Mario le NDC UK ala chapter ma nublaga onye NDC amala jimanawo position akohona abako no post wo abako no fundraising ta ngaka debe mi adako na Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman akpena mi be mi organize na Mansa Musa kuku emi no jiminto delegate kai koni amefo shika Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman ni to papa ifene yo ekewa tumi ne kewa UK ara chapter twa no manyejo ablao
Yow. Right. The last word, and I will go and give it to Hajia. In fact, we'll be fresh in London, but in Pakodi Atusu. I'm sorry, break. But let me see. Before I go back to Hajia, let me my main council sa app ejumapa.com. Oko ejumapa.com no so. It is say more London and UK no na me come say UK ha upe say upe electrician na plumber na obi a person be here with you ma you contact the people organization be from who say check a trader sorry and they will recommend a tradesperson for you. The same thing you be with Ghana. The same thing. But you know, me my announcement TV and I me mama umbreso. The same thing you be with Ghana. You then here ejumapa.com. Now call for example, or say experienced painter and as a painting artist. na osi book now. O tap book now no a. Omo be ma several choices. It is a Ghana ha or London and UK. Now person ejuma bi wo Ghana. O ko ejuma pa ayine so apolo so a. Na osi book now. Say me say me pay excellent air conditioning expert. Oh, book now because me person me try air conditioning papa bi e Ghana. All the tradesmen, any trades in our and also tap book now no na de oko 1457 minim say we gina so ache. Okay, very good. Haja
No, Mansa Musa.
Quickly.
Mansa Musa. MPP for this time around. Hello, Munam MPP for any MPP for a million for the I'm about Amabania because a ban say election and claim for share the moon first. And finally, the idea about the task for Moboa, the task will be a saying, no, cry and for yea, if you for your name, you move your nation. And you move nation. And Islam, so to the word Islam now here. And for all say Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Or no more, or money Islam did you crap for etnasi. Yonko, Efa Yonko, Kasankasama, Duduana, Ebe Jipu, Edichi. A little more man did it, or one time, or more penasembati. Or man Nedidi say, or Mobedilechi, add some lesson. And Quran, any hadith, a catcher say, Sa follow, or more Islam, a sumno, a Gidiano, Angelo. Islam, and as a Muslim for. Mama show any akro any problem any omontina bia ekwenye no omo behu say mo life any mutibia mutie no enti obepeso obebejoin. That is how the Quran and the Prophet Muhammad teaches us. And it is antro na omunam omu twa omo no omunja so omu no omu tere minia mama was I say the first time I know be share say a program Madame Becky Stone actually me video di Facebook and I say on this Sunday and on who the fire in which Haji Alima this spirit jine mi muro and I will say no and this man or me obi a the year programmer or issues or your friends or Nimia Oka. That's the first time I frame or program so only a program. Only or initiative that may person amount 40 dB. Yeah, now grassroots Syria Colano. And Dr. Joe and they identify Mami way upon whom class amount for us. In NDC, we need to build them up. We need to build them up. And to say a dial, no more to manage baby not on my baby, no more for that. I'm telling you something today. This is the type of manner, party be the grassroots builder. Yes, we are afraid the Mahama nation builder. Yes, Dr. Joe is a grassroots builder. And you see, Radio Gold echo off. There 3 years. Now I'm more online. Dr. Joe, a sponsor and call for online to listen to Radio Gold in some part or more information, sir. Or more out. Yeah? And yes, I did my call for to go social media. Any information, any secrets of this MPP, Yamabonia, more planning, detail along in number out at the kicker and some, and I had the ball, and I had the 2020 election now. And the MPP form come over so much soldier, and the two Ghana, no Mushelo. And no, a ɔmanya kwan anya mpo no ɛna ɔmokum nipa 8 during 2020 election ɛno nti UK and Ireland for nea mepɛ sɛ mekyerɛ mo a ne sɛ hwɛ woyɛ grassroot ni na sɛ wɔ UK and Ireland wato aba wohu mfasoɔ bi a ɛbaa so dɔkta gye ɔte hɔ nom no wɔmmɛpɛ chapter chairman kora mpo a ɔbɛtumi ayɛ din asesa ne nsa ahyɛ ne demirifam atena ase ama amanfoɔ akɔyɛ ɔpɔnkɔ adwuma ɔmo wie a na wahyɛ ne coat kɛseɛ hwii na waba Ghana ɔba ɔwɔ link a ɔde bɛnya position a ɔpɛ biara atɔsi daabi menja amanfoɔ sɛ amanfoɔ bɛkɔ akɔtete gɔta ne wie ɛtete gɔta ne wie na sɛ ɛduru baabi a ɛwɔ anaasɛ gold ɛhyɛ no na mema te ase mu sɛ mekɔ akɔsi sɛ gold no bi menye ɔmo a na ɛbɛtete gɔta no na sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛkɔpie sika kɔkɔɔ no so a afei deɛ yɛhu nea sika kɔkɔɔ no yɛde bɛyɛ nti UK and Ireland foɔ meda memeka kyerɛ mu o memeka kyerɛ mu se Dr. Joe ɔba osi Ghana ɛnɛ sɛ ɔba bɛkɔ national election as a national chairman after ɛsɛ ɛdu nkɛtia a yɛkyi na meka because minimum a ɔde boa grassroot na menim sɛ yɛnya nto no so aba mpo no ɔyɛ grassroot builder nti wɔyɛ to no so aba na yɛma ne responsibility a ɔbɛyɛ ama no ayɛ fɛ ɔbɛyɛ no soronko nti UK and Ireland chapter 4 yi yɛde adesrɛdeɛ kɛkɛ ɛna yɛde to mu anim sɛ yɛn yɛ akoma nyinaa da mo so yɛ hope nyinaa da mo so ɛwɔ Ghana ha sɛ mobɛma yɛ nipa papa a ɔbɛba bɛboa ama election no yɛwini ne sei hands down nipa ne yɛ baako pɛ Dr. Joe Adema me say Mansa Musa mewie no hwɛ yɛyɛ wo program biara wie a every Tuesday and Thursdays ɛda amanfrɛ course a ɛfiri UK ɛba ɛwɔ me so no mempɔ na ma no me ho sɛ manfrɛ na mefrɛ wie a half frɛ me ka kyerɛ sɛ agye a papa no a moboa no no yɛni aba a yɛbɛto ama no na mmom ɔyɛ nipa papapapa sɛ yɛka NDC adwuma a ɔkita no wɔ hanom a ɔyɛ a you can't think far you can't imagine Dr. Joe enti mɛsrɛ sɛ adeɛ no ɛda w'anim a sometimes wohu obi a ɔwɔ akyirikyiri no ɛna ohu wɛ ɔwɔ deɛ yɛhu nti yɛaka kyerɛ ɔmo ma ɔmo ntontwene ɔmo nso mu sɛ kyikye na yɛn nyinaa yɛn nso ade papa mu na yɛmfa nkɔ ɛda ase
Bishop Dasi bebree maybe I will try and take one last call wa wo frɛ and baby ana haji agina no wa na wo frɛ numbers no so mienu cry free and so ɛhɔ na mo nyinaa mo frɛ nti sɛ wotia o you can call again jumapa.com no yɛ te sɛ UK ha check a trader wo pɛ bi te sɛ building and construction cleaning services beauty or beautician fashion designers electronics or electricals auto repairs general services are obe contact jumapa.com number 200 Westland Avenue, Hacho, Westland, Kisiman, Junction, West Legon, Accra. Now, my telephone number was Ghana, as usual, 00233 30245 2741. Any 233 or 00233 50994 3352. And I say 00233 50 so what USA US of A the number is 134 75 73 4016 and now say 001 917 517 9832 numbers no message bi mu dachi menya 2 missed calls mu nyina mo free at the wrong time but I'll give you some small 1 or 2 minutes bia if you want to come and express your opinion or add your voice to what you've heard. It's not a problem. There we are over the time, but with the respect and your love for the program and for Dr. Joe Usajman, if you want to call, we are here to let you in. Me, I'm a small boy, Nana K, or van driver, Okutane white van, na or any deliveries. especially those of you Northeast, North London, and East London. No? And also be free Nana K. It was 07534 715536. 07534 715536. Nana K. Babes Sound your mano. I'm still waiting for whoever wants to come and have the last word.
NFM Radio.
Before we go.
NFM Radio.
It's as simple as that. Whoever wants to go, because it's only fair that I let
NFM
you in.
Radio. Jumedi Mansa Musa Edebro. Ejuada kope memneda. Enumre non son. Ekope non
1457. And Bakono, so the number ended with 1099 or something like that. I don't know who those or sa nipa mo friend. I mean, share the name nipa kro mo friend. And you know, say upe say o sign fra. I tell you what, just call. Yeah, 10. Okay. Let's see. Okay. My hoodie in way Amachi so person fra still a line no we can a muda ho. Let's see here. Okay. So let me rather Dr. Joe, give me a second. Let me call this fellow because where is it? It's only first member ni Pakrono Akasa. I'm saying, Frefi London. So why am I not seeing the call again? Okay. Anyway, so Fra Mema Wakasa. Doctor, you're running up.
Yo, Mansa Musa, Obronyika Samaya overwhelmed. Well, Odi Haja Betimeto. Na eniemebo ha ye no I obi can say underground so but sometimes ana ne wu onzo a obeso nipa hu de ekoso so na Mansa Musa pepe say dachi history fane say na edru maybe a UK Island chapter no na edru baby a achia but in muye and a papa be by no bay no ma bibia pepe ye pe so fe ye dimras ye bibia etimide kwaje abaanwa no ewo Ghana no sa na mpese history so enye se obi a on the osi obaje title na history hu se no kura title mo se nya sa pepe se enyina ka bom ne de party ne si baby a enyina ebobadwuso na ye kra behwe na obi a ba house UK for na your title no US for agino emre bi no
NFM Radio.
Ya gi ya de ama manfo hu se se yekọ Ghana na so free UK obi hu a o kwan ofaso de nani hu wo sa na ye pe enye se obekọ Ghana no na fe be busa wo se sebe ndokwa se na mako so enti anwumre ba me ba ha ayi Tuesday any Thursdays, you know. Anya hanku Mansa Musa radio mebre TV so mebre so enu akra say BBC me kwa kakra program ye kwa fe host ni say me siro mpese obekasa 5 minutes keke so but na baby na me wono so na den enti party adwuma na Mansa Musa ye na party adwuma na mo fa asiri nketia na kan wo se ye emfanto ho continuous wa we power kora wie no o se niema na aba ne ye no sa chichire mu kira amamfo na amamfo wunti aba ye koi Mansa Musa enya aba eye bibi ti se madam fu ni obi obetuma adwuma we nye try na error we nye somehwe o Mansa Musa nye somehwe nye try na error na we no obi a we ye adwuma o chapter ne da wonim chapter no because mre bi na kufu ado okohwe ball ewo MC African Cup of Nations okono and was one side check into and teacher for worker. You can't ask them now. President Mama Ban was a rebel, and correct. Obey to my side check at 2 edit teacher for worker. Sick anywhere. We can't go for Oscar Mansa Musa, teacher for Yantuamka 15 that month. Unim said, Scan was gone. Young choir may have fed baby a bedria. And you know, I do my way be done. Mansa Musa's outing chain. I saw be on the football ball, and I saw him recruit to no be Tunibasa. wo ha wo hu de wonye ho nti ye pese ye ba ne treat niema ye de mra ye adwuma obi a ho atɔ no Mansa Musa se wo de mra ye adwuma because me wo fa ayi asiedu aye national chairman se wo frɛ no na wo ne din koma the first ayi obebusa ne se our constitution wo frɛ na wo ka party ase wo se asɛm a wo ka no our constitution so the constitution ye adwuma you go supreme court kora obedi bim so o you obi odi mra so pa ti sa ɛna Mansa Musa mesua say I mra de wo de ade ye because wo da ne mra no e wo tia no e ma obi a next time so tia no ma obi mebo a yes sir kesa so to beti today bia so tia no na fe wa be den obaye obi a nti Mansa Musa me de obi ase say mo frɛ mo ntimi amfrɛ me do mo ase because obi ase wo frɛ Mansa Musa wan hwe a ye nko fie ne nti no ye da ase nyame bo a Thursday ye be se hia na ya cancer mpana magana for ati evisa ha na Ghana kasa aha na Ghana for mti UK kasa aha na wiase nyina kasa radio ba kopɛ NFM Radio aso ne kasa Mansa Musa me da obi ase obi anda yie na nyame bo a ye betoa gout no so Thursday na ye de niema ekoso wo Ghana na abetudwa ene yae chapter yin so Mansa Musa me da obi ase obi anda yie
December, yeah, back to our papa. We gonna vote for doctor. 3rd December, yeah, back to our papa, sir. I am doctor. Joe, I do my necro, yeah, back to our man. Doctor, Joe, necro, yeah, back to our man. We gonna vote for doctor. Doctor, Joe, necro, yeah, back to our man. Man of vision, ne power. Diaspora, we go vote for
Right, so this is where we bring the curtains down. Another Tuesday, beautiful day. Sponsored by ejumapa.com. If you want any services done in Ghana, contact ejumapa.com. The backgrounds of the people working with these organizations, they have all been checked. Send your mutie. Sebi obiam pese obi ewi ana amro baby ebe tushene so. Enu nti no besra wa woko either Google Play ana say App Store. Android here Google Play and iPhone here App Store ejumapa.com woko hwa uhia mason uhia electrician uhia beauty barber uhia gardener bibia wope aye o Ghana hono. If you contact these people, because company no amuti or US, so they bring that sort of culture, the culture of reliability, say the excellence, say people, your safety and the satisfaction of work, is guaranteed. So use that app ejumapa.com, just like the one we have in the UK, which is called Check a Trader. Mansa Musa, Manoesi, Nyame Boach na Rabeto aso. Have a good night. Have a good night.
NFM Radio.
ama